Hello and welcome. I'm Joshua Perkins, COO of Compression Care, on with Stephen Ludwig, the co founder of Compression Care. And we are here to show you some really cool things that are happening right now. And it's been a very busy, very crazy summer here at Compression Care. Today, we're very excited to show you all of the new features and upgrades that we've added just in time for our busy season.
One of the most exciting things that we're announcing is that we recently bought CompressionGuru.com, one of the largest online retailers of compression garments for self-pay patients. And the best of Compression Care and CompressionGuru.com have now been combined to give you control over the things that are important to you and save you time and effort on all the rest.
So let's start off by showing you how we created a faster, more flexible patient intake. You can now refer a patient in just a few quick steps right inside the therapist portal, and it's averaging less than 5 minutes. We've given you more choices, and we're taking on some of the most time-consuming burdens about patient referrals. We'll get to much more on that in just a minute.
And because CompressionGuru.com is now integrated with Compression Care Portal, you can also build a cart with anything from bandages to compression garments, anything sold on the Guru website, and you can refer your patient for self-pay. We've got a dedicated case manager who then helps your patient buy those items direct from Guru. We'll show you how that works too.
We're also introducing our lowest out-of-pocket cost guarantee. We'll automatically compare each patient's out-of-pocket costs to the cost to buy directly from CompressionGuru.com at the lowest advertised price, and that patient will always be able to choose what's best for them.
We know affordability for patients is one of your biggest concerns. That's why we're making cost more transparent. But we're going a step further. When that cost might be difficult to absorb, patients have the option to break their out-of-pocket costs into 3 monthly payments.
And when that cost becomes a major obstacle, we've gone even further and introduced our cost assistance program.
A very common question we hear all the time is, do you take such and such insurance? Such a time waster for you and for us. That's why we've created an industry first care coordination network. We've forged relationships with other billing partners, and together we've taken that burden off of your shoulders.
So there's no more guesswork. If we aren't in network, we'll automatically assign the billing partner who takes that insurance and wants that order. And when you refer your patients through Compression Care, we'll never change your instructions without talking to you first. That includes the products and manufacturers that you specify, a billing partner preference that you may choose, or any other important detail you've shared with us.
But you've still got control. If there are any billing partners you'd prefer not to use, just let us know and we'll factor that into our care coordination efforts for you.
We've also launched a lot of upgrades to our Peace of Mind Therapist portal. It puts all of your patients in one simple dashboard so that you can follow their progress as they move through from referral to benefits check to ordering, shipping, and even our post-delivery follow-ups designed to improve customer satisfaction and compliance.
As we update progress in our system, you see those changes in real time. And you can message us about any case, upload additional documents, and even start returns and exchanges right from the dashboard. We have a team of programmers constantly adding new features, so we expect this portal to keep getting better and more useful. We're committing to holding our compression care team to the highest communication standards in the industry.
Something therapists seem to like best about our new features and upgrades is the self-pay patient referral. This lets you build a cart by choosing items from the CompressionGuru.com website, submit patient contact information, and then our Guru team takes it from there, making sure the patient gets exactly what you order.
Certainly, submitting patient referrals through the portal is the fastest way to get the process going, but you still have two other options. You can email referrals and support documents to referrals@compressioncare.com. You can also continue to fax referrals and support documents to 615-807-3334. For some of you, being able to fax and email can represent a time savings over even the portal. So we will always continue to make these options available to you.
From now on, Whenever you're going to refer a patient online, whether it's an insurance patient or a self-pay patient, you'll use the faster, more flexible intake in our new Peace of Mind therapist portal. It's optimized for either mobile or desktop, so from any device, just go to compressioncare.site.
And when you log in with your email address, if you don't already have a password, you can create one using the self-managed account maintenance features, or just contact our customer service team and they will help you make sure you can log in.
And again, you can always call and email at 615-583-2273, or you can use support at compressioncare.com.
Once you've logged in, uh, you'll see the dashboard and you'll see a list of all the referrals you've previously sent. Some of you may have already used the portal and seen this aspect of it.
For sure. The dashboard lets you track each patient referral in real time. You'll see which stage it's at, and you'll have access to things like tracking numbers when packages have shipped.
And off to the right here is now where you can message us about any patient. You can also upload additional documents at any point in the process, and you can even start a return or exchange if that becomes necessary with that patient.
To the left side of the screen, you'll also see the main menu, and this is where you can find answers to common questions and even find resources like measurement forms.
And whenever you want to refer a new patient, you can use these buttons in the upper left corner.
And we've added the new self-pay patient referral right underneath the option for an insurance patient. And again, self-pay patients just tell us exactly what you want the patient to buy, and we'll work with them to make sure that they get exactly what you selected. For insurance referrals, let's follow an example of that right now. Remember how we said that we're giving you control over the things that are important to you and saving you time and effort on all the rest. This is where we really start to deliver on that promise.
When you begin a new referral, you'll see a list of patients that you've previously referred.
And if it's a repeat patient, just select from that list.
If it's a new patient, just click this button and you can quickly add the minimum contact information required. We've tried not to make you type in too many things that are also found on your face sheet. We can do that all for you. So there are 4 things necessary to properly document an insurance claim: the patient's face sheet, your plan of care, the insurance information, and images of the cards are best, and a prescription signed by a physician. We'll show you how we've tried to make this process as simple and flexible for you as possible, and we think you'll really like some of the ways we're saving you time and effort. After all, as many therapists remind us all the time, we are the ones who get paid for this part, not you. So we've given you ways to pass some of that burden along to us, as long as you'll point us in the right direction. So here we go, Josh, go.
So the first thing is the face sheet. And why is this so important? Because a face sheet expedites our turnaround time. It keeps us from having to duplicate a lot of work that's already been done by your office.
If you've got it, you can just upload it right here, right now, and you'll be all done with that.
And if it's easier for an office manager or someone else at your office to send us this, just let us know who that is and we'll follow up to retrieve it.
And if it's easier to fax or email it as a follow-up, just let us know that. And then when you get a confirmation email for this patient at the end, it'll include a reminder to send us the face sheet.
So at that point, you're already 20% done. So now we'll start on insurance cards. And why is this so important? Well, the faster we can perform a benefits check, the sooner we can be in touch with you and the patient to make a plan based on the benefits available. And with our new lowest out-of-pocket cost guarantee, it works just like a Bilico, where the patient will see direct pricing if necessary. So people often ask us, though, why are the images of the insurance card preferred? And here's the short answer. Unlike your physical therapy benefits, which fall under medical services, our services fall under durable medical equipment, or DME, which is a different category of coverage. And DME coverage can be handled in totally different ways by different plans, even within the same insurance carrier. So for example, one Blue Cross plan might handle DME with one set of rules, And another Blue Cross plan, seemingly the same, might handle DME with a totally different set of rules. The cards themselves are often a great way to catch special situations and avoid any misinformation.
Again, if you've got these handy, you can just upload them and you're done with this step.
We've also given you two options to do this for you. First, you can ask us to get this from the patient directly. It saves you a lot of time, but keep in mind that patients can take forever to respond and it can slow down the entire process. We recommend you rely on this option only as a last resort. Second, if it's easier for an office manager or someone else at your office to send us this, just let us know who that is and we'll follow up to retrieve it.
Depending on the software at your clinic, the insurance information and even insurance card images may already appear as part of the face sheet, or you can check a box and it'll include them. That's a huge time saver for you and us. So just select this option and we'll know to get it from the face sheet.
Yep.
And when you're generating your face sheet, if you have this option, just know to include it and it saves time.
Yeah. And if it's easier to fax or email it as a follow-up, just let us know that. And when you get a confirmation email for this patient, it will include a reminder to send us the insurance information.
All right, we're nearly half done already. Next is your plan of care. Your plan of care provides the critical documentation for our claim. So it's a big item that supports everything else we do for the patient. And oftentimes you have your Garmin order embedded in that plan too. So
that's exactly right. And again, if you've got it handy, you just upload it and you're done with this step. Bang, done.
You've also got the option to have us do the follow-up with someone in your office to retrieve this.
And again, you've got the option to fax or email this as a follow-up. And when you get the confirmation email, once again, it will include a reminder to send us the plan of care.
We're already half done. This is faster. I hope you all agree. The last major piece of our insurance documentation is the prescription. This has to meet the Medicare documentation standard and be signed by an MD, NP, PA, what else? DO. And so we've got prescription templates on our website and here in the portal. And if you need any help with this step, we're always here with an assist.
And if you already have it, perfect. You just upload it and you're done.
And here again, we're giving you two other options where we'll handle this for you. The first is if it's on file at your clinic and we just need to get a copy of it, just let us know who to contact at your office. We'll take care of that. The second option, just tell us who the referring physician is and how to reach that office. And once the order is figured out, we'll pre-fill and send our prescription over for signature. People tell us all the time that this can be one of the real bottlenecks in this process. And for that reason, we've added document specialists on our intake team who specialize in tracking these things down. So again, you can just hand that off to us.
Yep. And one last time, if it's easier to fax or email as a follow-up, just let us know that. And when you get a confirmation email, guess what? It will include a reminder to send us that prescription.
All right, that's the end of the documentation. So we're almost done. Next, you got two choices. Just like you're used to doing, you can let us build the garment list from your plan of care. Our case managers do that all the time. We're totally used to it, and you don't have to make any changes unless we have this new feature that lets you build a cart of garments you want this patient to have, and that cart will be attached to your referral so we know exactly what you want to order. It lets you pick any item straight from the compressionguru.com product inventory. You can select sizes, colors, levels of compression, all the different features. And that way you can know that you have told us every last detail about what you want. If that's really important to you, our case managers are used to working that out. But if you want to make sure you're in control of those choices, just build a cart and submit it, and you're good to go.
Absolutely. And that will also be used to build a direct buy comparison for our lowest out-of-pocket cost guarantee when you build that card.
Yep.
But
Yep.
You don't have to do that unless you want to. Most therapists put their garment instructions right on the plan of care, so we're fine. We're still giving you the option to have us build that garment list for you. As Stephen said, we can do it all the time, and we will continue to do it. And as a quick reminder, 100% of our case managers are certified compression fitters. So we have the product knowledge and the fitting experience to really be a resource for you here. If your garment specifications are already in your plan of care, this is definitely where we can save you some time and effort.
I might also add that it's important to remember that our case managers are a great resource. If you've got a special case or something you haven't seen before, and you just want another set of eyes on it, or you want some advice on how best to go about that, we have a lot of people who are really, really experienced. They've fit thousands and thousands of patients and have, in some cases, decades of experience. So
Right.
it's really important to remember that they can be helpful on the front end in helping you make garment choices. And we're all done with this referral. I think that was extremely quick and easy, Josh.
Sure.
So go ahead. Why don't you explain what happens after a referral gets submitted?
Yeah. So once your referral gets submitted, first off, you will get that email confirmation that I've been talking about. Anything you've agreed to send us as a follow-up will be listed in that confirmation as a reminder. You can either reply to that email and attach the documents, or you can fax them to 615-807-3334. We will review this internally, convert it to a case manager convert it to a case rather that's viewable in your portal dashboard. Also, a new feature that's happening right now that our IT guys are in the process of uploading to the system should be available, I would say, by this weekend for sure. You will actually be able to view your patients and upload documents right on the portal there. And they have told me that they will be done with that. So that's kind of a new one. It's a little sneak peek into what's going on. So you will have that option as well.
We're working with a handful of leading billing partners to coordinate care so that you don't have to worry about who takes this insurance, who's going to be the fastest at processing this order. Most of the time, we'll just handle it. Sometimes, though, we're not in network, or someone else may be able to process that order more efficiently. In those cases, we'll direct this patient to a billing partner that takes the patient's insurance and prefers or specializes in this type of garment order. Let's say you've got custom garments on your order. That's one of our specialties here at Compression Care, but not every billing partner wants to process them. So we now know who takes what insurance, who wants what types of orders, and we'll take all of that into account as we connect this referral to the best available billing partner when it's not us. If there's ever anyone you for sure don't want to work with, just let us know and we'll factor that in so you never have to worry about it.
And remember, to get started with the new Peace of Mind Therapist Portal, just go to compressioncare.site. It's up there on the screen. Use your email and address as a password, or your email address as a login and your password. You should have received an email a few weeks ago with your password, but there is a self-service feature on the website where you can sign up or get a new password. So check there, have some fun with it. If you need any help, Compression Care Service Team is always here. And you already know them. You probably already reached out to them at some point. Feel free to reach out to us and we'll help you guide you through it.
So we're launching off into this awesome new patient intake, the portal, the lowest out-of-pocket cost guarantee, payment plans, cost assistance program, care coordination network. All these new features that we've rolled out just in time for the big, crazy, mad rush here at the end of the year. And we've done a lot of planning. We've done a lot of testing. We've been testing this with some guinea pig therapists who were kind enough to go through the pain of helping us get it right. And we're really confident that you're going to love it, but it's never going to be totally finished. It's always going to be a work in progress because we're adding new features and fixes all the time to save you time. And back to the goal, we want you to have control over the things that are important to you and save you time and effort on all the rest. So your feedback is really important to that.
Yeah. So if you try it and you like it, please let us know. If you try it and you hate it, it's even more important that you please let us know what is keeping you from loving it, because we will work on that and try to fix it for you. And if you've got an idea for a new feature, we certainly want to know what could help you.
And if there's a way to save you even more time during the process, we want to know that too.
Yep. We actually do custom integrations for clinics all the time. So if you want something special or you want this to work better with the software at your clinic, just let us know. We frequently do special forms, fillable forms, software integrations that can save you a lot of time and effort. Sometimes they're easy, quick fixes, and sometimes we have to do some research on it. But either way, we will listen to you and we'll do our best to let you know what we can and can't do. Just let us know.
We realize change always takes a little getting used to, and we're definitely here to help. The entire customer service team, Ross, Rebecca, Reba, Madeline, all the case managers, they're all there to help you. And we've all done our best to prepare for what's a pretty big transition here. We've been at this now for several weeks. We're really excited at how kind of smoothly it's gone, but that doesn't mean it's been perfect. We've taken everything people told us they want or need. We've combined it with the best of what we do here at Compression Care and the best of CompressionGuru.com. And we think it's the absolute best combination available in the industry, but we really need you to please try it and let us know how we're doing. We look forward to serving you and your patients and consistently getting better and better at it. The team is available by phone at 615-583-CARE, and you can always email them at support@compressioncare.com. We've also put resources on our website, compressioncare.com. We're doing a series of live webinars with the Q&A. We have Q&A coming up right now. Make sure that you get your questions in because Josh and I are going to tackle those in about 10 seconds. And the team is standing by to help you one-on-one with anything else. So thanks for all you're doing for patients. Thanks for your confidence in us to take great care of them as they prepare to manage their care at home. And we look forward to working with you for a very long time. Go log into the portal. If you haven't already, give it a whirl. Try some of these new features, and we can't wait for you to see it. Thanks again. We look forward to getting your feedback soon. Let's start with questions.
Yeah, I was looking at these questions, and one of the questions that came in, we have typically been sending all of our self-pay patients to Bright Life Direct for ordering. Do you have any idea of the price comparison between them and Compression Guru? So I don't really know the pricing of Bright Life Direct, but what I do know, we can check it for you, but what I do know is that these manufacturers have an MSRP price, which is their manufacturer's suggested retail price. They also have a price that's less advertised, but it's called the MAP price. It's the minimum advertised price that a manufacturer will let someone sell their product for. All of the products on Compression Guru are set to MAP pricing. So they are the minimum advertised price that anyone can sell that product for. So the comparison will either be
anyone who's selling for less than that is actually violating the rules of the manufacturer. So
that's exactly right.
So, we do it as low as they will let us do it.
As low as they will let us do it. So it should be very comparable, if not lower.
Yeah.
So
is the quick answer, short answer.
That's the quick answer. That's right. So we oftentimes have trouble where the CM is not able to get a hold of the patient in a timely manner because the patient is elderly, doesn't have a means to be contacted. Is there a way that we can notify the case manager to send an invoice or to have an invoice automatically sent after so many attempts of trying to contact the patient? That's a really good question. And we've had that before. We've also had the opposite, where we don't send it to them because we don't want to freak them out. And so I believe that is something we can look into and try to figure out, can we do it from a standpoint of some can, some can't, like, do we have a switch that we can turn on? I obviously, Julie, I know you well, so I will reach out and we'll start working on this one together. Maybe that's something that if a lot of people love that idea of having that on off, we can start playing with that a little bit. We are trying to get those invoices out, though, regardless. Once we've notified the patient, we usually send the invoice. The problem is the invoice does expire after a few days. So if the patient doesn't listen to the voicemail and doesn't pay attention to it, expires. So we have to do it again. But we'll kind of play with that and look at it.
Teresa's asking what happens in the network when we're not an in-network provider and we're going to use our care coordination network. How will they know that that's happening? Yeah, you will definitely hear from our case manager that that's what we're doing, because we want to give you an opportunity to object before we actually hit send on it. we're working with a limited number of other billers who really complement our strengths. Their strengths complement ours and vice versa. And we have been working behind the scenes with these other billers quite a bit over the years since, well, in the short time that Compression Care has existed, we've been working with them frequently and in other ways before that. And so we have just formalized what has been things that have been happening a lot informally in the background. And we're just taking the opportunity to, for example, in Teresa, in your example about, hey, you've been assigned to Prism, that Prism is one of our core partners that they tend to be in network on things that we are not, if anyone is. And then there's some regional partners that we're working with that, for example, if you have a patient in the Northeast or you have a patient out West, or there tend to be some more regional plans that not everybody is in network with. And we're adding new plans all the time. We just added Ambetter. We just added United Community Plan. We just added several that we've been waiting on for a long time. And we actually, all of a sudden, we have this nice flow of new networks that we're joining because they've all finally decided that they're willing to pay a fair price. It's not super fair, but fair enough that we're willing to do it. And so the odds that we have to coordinate something out actually get smaller every day. But when we do, we're trying to make sure that we're sending you to people that we have personal experience with and that we trust. We're with some of them where it's going to be very electronic so that we can just hit a button in our system and it talks to their system. Others don't have the ability to connect that way yet. And so it happens a little different based on where it's going, but you'll always hear from us that it is going to go somewhere else. And like I say, if there's somewhere you don't want it to go, we have the ability to note that in the system, and we will not recommend sending someone somewhere that you don't want it to go.
For sure. So another question here, will we be able to see the details of the order for our patients? Because I'm fearful to duplicate an order. I'm really glad that you asked that on here, because that is a question that I do receive a lot. Yes, we are in the process of adding that. When Stephen showed that very first slide that showed the dashboard where you would see the messages down the side and you can message, you'll be able to actually read all the messages that are going back and forth. That's where you'll be able to see the tracking information on any garments that were shipped. Once we have that, in order to add the tracking number, we have to have the order. So when you click on that patient, you'd actually be able to see what's been ordered on there, what the tracking number is, if it's been shipped, that kind of thing. All of that is coming. It's just not quite ready yet, but it is coming. So we totally understand that. And we've gotten that a lot. And that's one that we've tried to fix pretty quickly.
Patty's asking if we could give an example of what should be included in a plan of care to have us build the garment plan. Patty, the most common way that people do that is they'll just write in their charting, they'll list what they want the patient to have. And that might be generically like, a 30, 40 day garment, and then a night garment, and based on their benefits, set the quantities based on their benefits, things like that. And I'm gonna make sure Josh can follow up with you specifically, because there's examples we could share with you that of things that are really important. One thing I would add for everybody's benefit is that Medicare has started doing extensive audits on these new codes. And one of the things we're finding is that we're actually our entire care coordination network is all working through the same issue right now, which is the Medicare is being real sticky on customs and making sure that there's really proper documentation on the justification for customs, and they're wanting to see it. Currently, they are wanting to see it on the RX. We were told from the get-go that your plan, whether it was on your plan of care or our fitter notes that would be adequate, but apparently not. So we either need to get the auditors onto the same page as the Medicare trainers, or we need to adjust our procedures here. But one way or another, we'll be in communication with you about that. But the more you can put in your plan of care about why you're ordering what you're ordering, is just super helpful. And so we can give you some examples of that. And we're going to be doing giant day of training during first quarter, and the details are going to be coming out to you. One of the things that we have on the agenda is helping you with template for things to automatically put in a plan of care when you know you're going to dispense garments, and it'll just save everybody time and avoid us having to come back and ask you to add things later or whatever. So that's something we're putting a lot of time and effort into. We're actually working with a consultant right now to identify the wording for all these things so that we can recommend to you the best way to document these things. But Patty, we'll make sure that Josh, put your email address up there on the screen, and we'll make sure that we follow up. Teresa's asking about, will Compression Care pursue a prescription and signature on our behalf automatically, or do we have to specify? All you have to do in the intake is specify that you want us to request it, and make sure that we have the physician's information, ideally their name and NPI, but at least their name, and a really good phone number, fax number, as much contact information as you can provide, because we want to make sure that when we reach out, we're reaching out to the correct physician. And the NPI database is notoriously unreliable for some of these things. And if that physician's name is like John Smith, oh my gosh, there's probably 350 of those in there. So we want to, the more you can point us and make sure we're going in the right direction, that's all we ask. But yes, yep, we will generate the script, and we will send it out, and our document specialist will then follow up with the physician's office and secure it.
Yep, for sure.
Not to say that we won't circle back to you and maybe ask your assistance if we're not getting the response we want. But we typically we enlist when we're going after it. We have a very specific way that we request it up front. We have very specific follow-up protocol. We involve the patient in making sure that the patient knows that we're reaching out, and we ask the patient to contact the physician's office and request, make sure they know that it's a legit request. In a day and age where there's scams going all left and right, sometimes doctors' offices just want to make sure that they're not signing something they shouldn't be signing. So we are designing and enhancing constantly our protocols, and we have our friendliest, most how shall we say, our friendliest, most persistent people in our organization who have become experts at wringing these things back out of the doctors.
That's exactly right.
So Julie's like, if we submit a referral and the patient is not in network, then you will automatically, yes. And we will contact you back to make sure you know who is and where we recommend sending it.
Yeah. If you're sending it through that portal, it makes it really easy for us to do that, because we can bounce them right over to the case manager that kind of handles that with our billing partners, and they can move it where it needs to be moved to.
Next question is about is UHC community plan the same as UHC dual complete? No, however, we do also take UHC dual complete.
That was another one.
Since we're on the topic, United comes up constantly because they're like the worst at, they have the most complexity in dealing with compression garments. So here's generally where we are with United. We are taking all United Medicare Advantage plans, which would also include dual complete. Dual complete is like a Medicare Medicaid combo platter. We take that as well. We're taking essentially all United community plans, or all United Medicare related plans, Medicare Medicaid related plans, and where we still do not have, and no one has, is a solution for United Commercial. There is a tool on the United website that we utilize that can help us understand whether the commercial plans cover. I can tell you that about 9 out of 10 do not. So in general, if someone has United Commercial and we have to give a snap answer, our answer is no, it doesn't cover. There is an expanded tool that we can find out, and what it is a very few company-sponsored plans do cover it. But as a general rule, the United Commercial plans do not cover these codes currently. They have them listed as experimental codes. We believe at some point, perhaps as soon as January, except there's no guidance on this and it's all a guess. At some point, there's probably a period of time, let's say it's 2 years, 3 years, that they consider these codes experimental, and then they will cover them. If it's 2 years, then they would theoretically cover them starting Jan 1. But we won't know. Believe me, my wife, Pam, who runs our entire claims department, is waiting for January 2nd. One of the first things she does that day is going to be file a test claim back to United Commercial to see if they're covering this now. We're constantly moving.
I'm going to jump down one question real quick because it relates to this, but that's wonderful news. Yes, it is. Absolutely. And
custom and ready to wear. Custom and ready to wear.
That's exactly right. So that's exactly right. And then have you had any physician offices start to use your portal to order garments for patients, like once they are done with decongestive therapy? We've had many patients who have had our help during the therapy POC to obtain garments, but once discharged, have no idea how to get new garments. Completely understand. Physicians do have an option to be a part of that portal. So if there's a physician near you that would like that and understands the concept, understands the products that these patients need, then absolutely. If not, the patient can reach out to us directly and we can keep that process moving forward for the patient. We also have a reorder team, and that team is dedicated to reaching back out to patients and keeping them compliant going forward. So if a patient has benefits where they can get compression garments every 6 months, we're reaching out to them and saying, hey, if nothing has changed in your health and you would like more, you are eligible. And if they say, yes, nothing has changed and I want more, then we can go ahead and reorder that for them. And then we help them by going out directly to their physician too. But absolutely, if you have physicians in your area that you'd like to send over to us, shoot me an email. I'll get with them and we'll talk through that on the physician side too and see if we can help. Because there's a lot of physicians that we do have certain ones that work with us. And so I'd love to continue that and even grow that side. But our reorder team will take care of your patients. And then if something has changed in the patient's health, then our reorder team will actually instruct that patient to go back and make an appointment with the physical therapist who sent them to us originally. So if you send us a patient, even if you haven't seen them in 2 years and everything's been going well, but suddenly they need to be seen again and they tell us that, we're going to refer them to go back to see you. So
Julie's asking if the portal, if we want her to switch to the portal. Julie, the answer is the portal is one of 3 ways you can submit, and the answer is totally up to you. It's whatever's easiest, fastest for you. So the portal is designed to be fast, but if you're totally happy with how you're doing it now, keep doing it the way you're doing it.
For sure.
It's up to you.
One thing I will add to that too, Julie, because I know that you use the Juzo practitioner portal. We actually did accommodate that. So if you have custom measurements, there's a tab that says, in the intake, it'll say, do you have custom measurements for this form? And you can say yes. And it gives you those same options, the same ones that Steve and I have been talking about this whole call. But, you can fax them to us later. You can upload them now, but you can also tell us the SO number that the portals give you, and you can put that in there, and that'll refer over to us as well. And then my team knows, this is a patient. The therapist is Julie, and it's on the practitioner portal over here at Juzo, and they just go over to the Juzo portal, pull those measurements, and we're done. So it actually might make it a little bit easier for you in that standpoint. But like Steven said, whatever is better for you, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any other
I think
questions?
we nailed it.
I think we got it. Julie, I think I just saw and pop onto my calendar that I'm coming to see you next month. So I look forward to meeting you. I feel like I know you. We've absolutely changed your lives. Well, I love that. I hope so.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear.
I hope
Thank
for the
you
better. For the better.
Right. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to take that back to the team and let them know that you did say that you love us all here at Compression Care. We love you too. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that. If there's anything that we can do for you, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Uh, we'll be happy to help. Any changes, let me know. We'll start implementing things as fast as we possibly can. And this system is only going to get better and better from here on out. So thank you very much for taking the time to be on here today. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.